everyone not to release the files. And his reasoning is he was telling everyone not to release the files. And he was telling everyone.
All right, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah. Call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakat, Kodash. Double honors, Pastor Elders, Great Millstone, Rule, Teach Well, Peace, Salutation to all you octane four corners of the earth, and Yahweh, for why so Yahweh Shah, Sanctified Ones, coming to you with a quick video, about, shameful spewing should be upon our glory, right? This devil, everything this devil is doing is being brought to the light. That skirt is being lifted. Okay, but I want to go on just to a couple scriptures, and I'm gonna play this video first, and I'm gonna go into a couple scriptures. So just bear with me.
He was telling everyone not to release the files, and his reasoning is people are going to get hurt, is what he said. He kept saying that people are going. He was publicly saying it's a Democrat hoax. It's a Democrat hoax. Blah blah. He's saying all this stuff and shaming people. But behind the scenes, he was telling all of us, he was telling Mike Johnson, he's telling everybody, telling Pam Bondi, people are going to get hurt. And who he was talking about, what he told me on the phone, our final conversation, when he had really had it with me, because I wouldn't take my name off the discharge petition.
Good for you.
And I was publicly saying over and over again, release Epstein files. He told me, he said, my friends will get hurt. So he's talking about his friends. He told me, people Marjorie, people at Mar-a-Lago, they're going to get hurt. And I said, people have already gotten hurt. There's over 1,000 women that have been raped by Jeffrey Epstein and are accusing others. And they've told the FBI, they've told the police, they have been trying for years to get justice for this. Right. I was like, people already have been hurt. And I was trying to tell him, I see, in my mind, I still lived in this world of, well, surely we're going to find out what Bill Clinton did. And Hillary Clinton went to the island too. What did she do? You know, I was in that whole world of, it was only Democrat bad guys that were guilty. Right. And even the Epstein victims themselves had said, the ones that I had talked to, now others have said differently, but the ones I was talking to said, Donald Trump did nothing wrong. Their attorney told me and said publicly, Donald Trump actually helped convict Jeffrey Epstein. So, and I was telling the president this. I was telling him, the women are supporting you. Some of them even voted for you, Mr. President. Their attorney supports you. I said, please have them in the Oval Office and support them. I said, you have everybody in the Oval Office. Everybody. Right. Why can't you have them in? But he flat out refused. And then everybody saw how it unfolded.
And there you have it. The American president ordered Pam Bondi to not release anything to do with the files because it's going to affect people close to him. What MTJ said about Trump not being involved, probably by some of the witnesses, because others had the contrary statements according to the Epstein files themselves, and not all of the victims were there all of the time. According to some of the revelations from the Epstein files, Donald Trump did participate and participated in very ugly things with the Epstein files and the Epstein ring. However, now, what is he going to do about that? He's clearly not going to publish stuff, first and foremost, because he's admitting that it's friends and people close to him and people in Mar-a-Lago. And what MTJ didn't really mention here, and she did say that it's probably others said different things in relation to actual victims, potentially, of Donald Trump. It's because Donald Trump himself is included. Why should Donald Trump care so much if he's not included? He is there, and the fact that he is there is the primary reason why he is being dragged on a leash by Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel. That's why. Because Epstein was Israel's man. And Israel's man in the United States had the Zionist interest first, Israel's interest first, not the American interest. Therefore, Donald Trump wouldn't want to release these files, not only because people close to him in Mar-a-Lago would be in trouble, because he would be in trouble. If some of the information that was released so far include...
Imagine if Michael Jordan personally coached you in basketball, or if Cristiano Ronaldo taught you how to dominate the field. Now,
did Donald Trump, then imagine what other documents include. And we still haven't spoken about the videos and the images, by the way. The only thing they'll do to show some level of transparency is tell you, oh, look, Prince Andrew, we have another video of him. We all know the score. Tell me about the real deal. Tell me about the people who are now being blackmailed and are killing people across the world because they are being blackmailed due to the fact that these files are not released and these people are not brought to justice in the United States of America. They raped American girls, American children. They kidnapped people from across the world. They had child sacrifice. There are rituals in there according to the files that we spoke about them many times. Now, what's going to be interesting is the defense of Donald Trump. So, is he going to defend himself? Is he going to deny that he said that to Pam Bondi? And did Pam Bondi try and kind of deviate slightly and answer why she was sacked from her position before? What is he going to do now? He's not going to do anything. He's not going to release anything because he's there. And the problem is with the system that allows him to be there. That's the bigger problem. You know, we talk about the president and the politicians. The system that allows them to be there is a problem. Not just these people. These people need to face justice. They need to be stopped. They need to be impeached. Donald Trump is a war criminal, is a mass murderer, Donald Trump. But the system that allows them to be there with impunity, that is the bigger problem. And that is what the American people should be worried about.
Your opinion is shaped primarily.
Hey, yeah, right there. So, hey, right here, Pam Bondi, you know, she come, Taylor Greene, she come out with it, you know. She come out with, you know, the fact that she knew and understand that Trump most likely is listed in that list, on the Epstein list, and a lot of people around him too. So, you know, just right quick, I just want to go into these couple scriptures. This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 3, verse 2. A fool have no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. So all a fool want to do is do whatever his mind tells him to do. Whatever he can find, any lust of his heart, mind, any, which is your lie, which is your mind, your heart is your mind. Any lust that your mind tell you to do, hey, the fool want to do it. He want to discover everything that's wicked. Okay. Verse 3, when the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy and reproach. All that is disdain, disgust. Okay. Contempt is you're treating people like they ain't shit, like they worthless, right? You got all this disdain going on, ignominy, and you're dishonorable. You're your reproach, man. You know, it's when you got you being judged, it's coming out. Everything is being exposed. You know, and that's what's happening in this system. Everything is being exposed, man. Everything this devil is doing is coming to the light, right? Hey, the Lord said his skirt should be lifted, right? Everything is he's show bare the leg and the thigh. Hey, is being showed. Okay. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters. You will drown in that shit. Right? And the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. Right? It is not good to accept the persons of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. And that's what these devils did when they got into power. Right? A fool's lips enter into content and into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. And that's Donald Trump. That's all these devils, man. A fool's mouth. Salakia, let me turn the page. A fool's mouth is destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Everything he speak, man, is got him in a trap. He can't get out of it. Right? Every word he speak is wicked, is unlawful, is filthy, is just a degenerate way of thinking. Right? They double talk, double speak with a forked tongue. Right? Say one thing, but behind the door, they doing a whole nother. The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. Because you're going to feel it. It makes you grumble. He also, that is, let me see. I'm going to jump down. To 11, the rich man's wealth is his strong city, right? And as a high wall in his own conceit. Before destruction, the heart of a man is haughty, and before honor is humility. See, and there is no honor in none of these devils, right? The so-called white man, there's no harm, there's no honor, right? There's no humility. There's haughtiness, right? They speak haughty words. Okay, they do haughty things. He that answereth a matter before he heareth, Salakia. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. And that's what they do. Right? They jump to conclusions before they even know the full matter. The Lord said, know the full matter. Right? The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit, who can bear it? Let me see. Where was that? It was one more part to this I want to read. Yeah, 17. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth. See? His neighbor come and searcheth him. Why? Because his neighbor know the truth. His neighbor know what you really done. Right? It's like the Lord said, the Lord searches the heart of a man, the mind, the reins. The Lord knows what you really done. So your neighbor come and tell that you the first one to the story. Don't mean that's the right story. Don't mean that's the story true because you're the first one that told it. You just hurried up and rushed it for some reason. But when your neighbor who really know what really popping, who really went on, he come and search it. He come search your story out and come and clear that shit up. Okay, and that's what's being done to these devils. They're being searched out. Okay. The lot causes contention to cease, and departeth between the mighty. Let me see. It was one more part, I think. Okay. 20. A man's belly shall be satisfied with his fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. And you're going to get filled with all the increase of your lips. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. And that's right, man. So all these devils, man, they love that they're going to eat the death and life is in the power of the tongue, man. And every word that you spit and spew out is going to come against you. It's going to work back on you. All right, let me jump to this other scripture right quick. We're going to hit right quick. This is Psalm 64. And I'm going to start at the top. Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in my prayer. Preserve life from fear of the enemy. Preserve my life from Salakia. Let me read that right. Hear my voice, O power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. And that's these devils, man. These Jake, that was mostly Jake, but this is the wicked. Esau, Edom is the wicked. And now you got to be hidden from the counsel of these devils, man, because they work day and night in their beds to think of ways to put us in poverty, death, and enslave us in every kind of manner, in any kind of manner that they possibly can. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Who's the worker of iniquities? Esau, Edom, man. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who's the perfect? The elect. Starting with Yahweh Shah. But the elect considered as perfect because the Lord says in the time of our ignorance, he winks. Okay, who can charge anything to the Lord's elect? Okay. Even bitter words that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Right? Because the Lord, because you go back to Psalms, what's that? Psalms 50. The Lord say, Revelation, the accusers of our brother, has been cast down, but they accuse their brother day and night. Go to Psalms 50. The Lord told me you should have never took my words in your mouth, like 50 and 16. Right? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of lying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? That's these devils. All this shit they've done in the dark should come to the light. right? Everything the scriptures say these devils doing is the scriptures is talking, right? What's done in the dark shall come to the light. And all this shit is coming to light. And look who's bringing to light his women. Esau, Edom's women is bringing a lot of their dirt, a lot of the men dirt, a lot of their husbands dirt to the light. Matter of fact, because a lot of shit come to light too is Donald Trump's wife. She got on there telling some bullshit story about she never met Trump through Epstein, which we all know is a lie. And what happened was the chick, her best friend, who hung with her all the time, came out and said like, "Hey, look, you lying because here, me and you, we've known them through. That's how we met him was through Epstein." So it come out because Trump deported her. She's Brazilian or whatever. Her man and Trump is, Ace Boone Coons. And he was, tired of her, whatever. They was done. Their relationship was over, whatever happened. And, he was like, "Hey, look, I need you to get her the fuck out of here." Trump had ICE to deport his wife. And they known them for years. And she was like, "Hey, you know how much dirt I got on y'all? You know how much shit I know?" And she started talking. So, look, they get, hey, man, a shameful spewing on their glory, man. And Esau Edom is all they filthy shit is coming out. Okay. Back to the scriptures. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of lying snares privately. They say, "Who shall see me?" They do it all in secrecy. That's why they swear themselves to secrecy. Right? But their secrets come out, man. The shit can't stay secret but so long because you can't keep the darkness hid because the light will shine. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But Yahweh Shemal Shah shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded, and that's what's happening now. And through all this, they're wounding themselves. Their tongue is falling upon themselves. The Lord is making them bring out the wickedness that they do. When you go to James, the 3rd chapter, what verse? I think it starts like verse. Let me see. It's just like James 3 and Salaki, give me a minute. Yeah. So yeah. So let's say James, where is it at? Yeah, James 3rd chapter. Start at the verse and work your way down. About to tell you get down to verses 2, 3, 4, and 5. It talks about the tongue, man. It talks about control. You got to control that tongue. Starting from 1 on through. It tell you about how filthy and nasty that tongue can be. That tongue is a nasty thing, right? So read James 3rd chapter, because that go with, pretty much what I'm talking about. But, that's another good one to bring out, okay? But right quick, no, this is my last one I'm going to bring out. I might hit James. No, matter of fact, let me go and hit James now. Just because I just bring it out. Just right quick, just because I said it. So let me hit James, the 3rd chapter. This is James chapter 3, verse 1. St. James, right? I'm gonna start at 2. For many things we offend all. If any man offend, not in works, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body. So the perfect man is gonna be the Israelites, starting with Yahweh Shai. The man of the elect of the Israelites, right? The 144,000, those special men. First and foremost, Yahweh Shai above them all. They bridle their tongues. You know what to say and when not to say, right? Your whole body is moved, along with the way your conversation, right? Your conversation is of the spirit, is of the God, is of the gods, which is Yahweh Shai, right? Your conversation is a godly conversation. It's of the heavens. And when I say gods, I mean Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is a God. He's a power. Yahweh is the power. Right? So James, the 3rd chapter, back here it says 3, behold, we put bits in the horse's mouth that they may obey us. And that's what we're supposed to do with Yahweh Shemal Shai. right? Because there's a time when you have to be able to not speak, and there's a time for you too, right? You got to be in order. Let all things be done in decency and order. Obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold, also the ship, which though they be so great and are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm. That's it. It's a little ass rotor that turns them. That huge ass ship. Whethersoever the governors listen, right? So wherever you want it to go, that little bitty part makes it go. Even so, the tongue, because that's how small the tongue is, but the power is in that tongue. That's how that tongue, that motherfucker, you get to rolling, you saying the wrong shit, doing the wrong shit, you speak upon yourself. That's these devils, right? Their tongue is taking them where they want to go, and that little spark is just full of iniquity, full of sin, full of wickedness. Okay, even so, the tongue is a little member, and boasts of great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. Look at this little shit. These tongues, man. This shit is huge. This shit is huge. You got the president of the United States who got what? They got like 5 felonies or some shit, 10 felonies. Then he already been on camera talking about he grabbed women by the pussies. That's already on camera saying that he will go to the parties and he go grab the women by their pussies. He just take it. He take what he want. He's raped. He literally admitted on camera that he has sexually molested women, raped women. He literally said it. He has done it. He literally said it, and nobody has said nothing. This devil, he's already spoke out of his mouth what he does. Okay. Even so, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity, nothing but wickedness. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body. The whole body is filthy, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. And that's right, man. That's what's about to happen. The hell fire is about to come down. The Lord is about to rain down the missiles, and he's about to bring them chariots and burn this shit up. Because you got to get rid of this shit. One way to get rid of it, and that's through the fire, man. You got to purge it out. For every kind of beast, of the bird, of the serpent, and of the things of the sea is tamed, and have been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Man, okay? So keep reading through that. You know, that it's no more to say about that. This is what it is, okay? So this is Habakkuk 2. I'm going to start at 15. Okay? So, and that's it. Esau, Edom, everything that come out their mouth is fucking poison. Every word they speak about their people is fucking poison. Go all the way back to slavery and beyond. It's fucking filth and poison. Okay? Everything they say is death. That's why the scriptures say death and power of death is death and life is in the power of the tongue. Because you go back to the brothers when we was in slavery, when our forefathers and foremothers in slavery, a good-looking brother would be on a slave farm, and the Edomite daughters and shit and Edomite women, they would want the young strapping man. He would be so scared to touch him, he would never touch him. But because they would love him so much, they want him so bad, they would get him put to death, because they would sit up and argue and fight over him, and the slave master come down. He trying to figure out what the fuck wrong with his family. That she, he killing the slaves because his daughter done fell in love with a fucking slave man that she never had before. Or some of us has had them and found out. Or some of that women has had babies with male slaves, and he done had, because she done ran her mouth, or she done had the baby, and her tongue done put him to death. So this world is filthy, man. And what you say out your mouth, you gotta watch it. You consume and eat it. Okay. Habakkuk 2 and 15. This is my last one. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to his mouth, and maketh him drunken. This is the philosophies, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art full with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. And that's what these devils is going through, right? You're drinking everything that you put upon the people. The cup of the, especially upon the elect, and then Israel within the whole. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that is what's happening now, man. right? Shameful splendor is on the nation of Esau, Edom. You can go back to all the slavery. You can go back. Everything is coming to light about everything these devils has done, the men and the women, the children. Okay, it's so much filth that these devils has done, and they're spewing it out on the power of their tongue, and that's the Lord, because the Lord is making them drink that cup, and He's making them bring out the truth on what they've done. So, hey, look, so with that said, I want to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, call Lord Yahweh, Bashima Shah, Bashim Kakudash. Hey, keep pushing, keep striving. We're almost out of here. The water to the Apostle Eldridge Great Millstone. Rule, teach well, peace, salutation, all you Aki. Keep striving, keep pushing. Don't give up, don't give in. Keep fighting. Shalom and the Baba Ball.